Welcome to the Power Hour, everybody, where we have fun, educate people, and learn things that you'd never learn in a classroom. Imagine that. Now, today we had a guest speaker. Unfortunately, there were some technical issues, but that's fine. I swapped it out with another guest speaker. We're going to have Susan Day, author. She's a famous author like Stephen King, except she likes children's books. She's great at Twitter. She can help you get your ebook out there. Susan, what's up?
Oh, hi everyone. Thank you for having me on. Obviously, I talk today a little bit about building your Twitter following with really organic and genuine followers, and how we can use that to build a following around your books, regardless of who you're writing, whether it's fiction, non-fiction. And I'm not quite sure who's here and who's listening, so I really appreciate people sort of jumping in and asking questions. So the ideas that I'm going to present to you are not my own. I found them off other people, but what I'm going to explain to you, I really would like you to make it your own and take what you can and do what you will with it. First off, Twitter has its rules and its guidelines. There has to be a balance between who you follow and who is following you. So what you really need to do is you really need to build up the people who are following you and keep the people you are following quite low. At this present moment in time, I follow about 30,000 people and I have 45,000 people following me. So that's a really healthy gap. It doesn't have to be that big, but it's nice and big. So if anything happens, like if I have some spare time and I really want to go mad and follow a particular person that I really find interesting, and I follow their followers, then I've got the space to do that. So you can find my Twitter handle is Susan Day Author. Day is D-A-Y. It's pretty easy to spell, I think. So what I'll do is I'm just interested in what people think of Twitter. I found Twitter to be really, really useful to build connections, and I mean genuine people like Chris and Karin and the other 44,998 people that that follow me. Pretty much what you do is you have to really have a really good think about who do you want to follow you. So who is your niche market? So this is really important. I have several blogs, and some of them, because I'm a content marketer and I manage a team of content market writers as well. So what I do is I'm interested in how content works, purely content. So it's blog posts for me. I have two websites that are purely, all they are blog posts. One has over 1,300 blog posts, another one has over 800. So that's a pretty massive amount of content on their own, isn't it? So that's really great. Yeah.
Did you want to share your screen with everybody, Susan, so you can kind of take them through what you do with Twitter, teach them how to use certain hashtags to find people in their niche and things like that? Do you know how to do that?
I'll just open it up. We're sort of doing this for the recording. We're doing this ad hoc, as we say.
Well, you can do a part 2, Susan, if you would like, next Tuesday if Adam's not available. That way we've got someone ready on the go here. You could do a part 2 where you bring your PowerPoint slides next week. That's totally fine too if you'd like to do that.
Cool.
Okay.
So what I'll do now is I'll share my screen, I hope.
I have a question, actually, Susan. So I'm a new business owner, or I wrote a book. And I'm thinking, why would I want to use Twitter? Because it's sometimes maybe I'll go into Twitter, but then there's Facebook and LinkedIn and a bunch of other different sites.
Yeah. I was just going to point that out. I personally, for me, Twitter works. Pinterest is something I just spend too much time looking at pretty pictures. Instagram, I think I find Instagram a little bit boring. Facebook, I'm a mother and a grandmother, so I use Facebook to pretty stalk on my kids and find out what they're doing. So my son and his wife went to New York last year, so every day I'm on there, making sure that they're happy and they're safe. And Facebook's been great to connect with all my relatives overseas that I haven't seen for 30 years. But people, and that's why people use Facebook. You have to say to yourself, why do I use Facebook? I use it to share things I've done. I use it to watch videos of my grandkids. I don't use it to do business. And I find LinkedIn very restrictive, and there seems to be a really strange culture of LinkedIn that I find a little, some people love it, and it's your thing, that's cool, but there's just some really, I don't know.
I actually had an employer who made me get a LinkedIn, but I actually want to open up the discussion here and say, hey guys, there's a lot of people here. Get an idea, what social media platforms do you use and why do you use them? And then
also introduce yourself so Susan knows who's here, please.
That'd be good, yeah.
Anybody chime in?
Sean, Rick, Tom, Fran, Leon.
Tom Clark. I have a small branding and design firm and do a lot of new product launch to market. I actually help these guys with their branding. And some of the things that I use for social media interaction, I don't use much Facebook, but I do use LinkedIn because of the professional quality that I know I'm going to get versus the constant thoughts and opinions of others. So that's one of the main ones that I use is LinkedIn. That's why I use it.
Okay. And there's no right or wrong answer. I don't want to say like, okay, here are the power hour. You use Facebook, you use YouTube, that's our main thing is YouTube because, hey, we make videos. Imagine that. But I know Dan Sissick, I'm curious, Dan Sissick, what do you use to get your products out there?
For me, it's interesting because I don't really do a whole lot with Twitter per se or Instagram, but I'm finding I'm getting followers off of Twitter and Instagram kind of together. Whenever somebody follows me on Twitter or Instagram, it seems to bounce to the other one saying, I'm not really doing anything, I'm just getting these people. So I don't even really know what I'm doing on that, how I'm getting these followers, but my following is growing and going up on that. Main things I use basically have been Facebook, Twitter. I want to use Instagram more. I've done a couple things on there. And then I have other things, other places I go where I put stuff out there, little backside things or little things I use to help get myself out to other entrepreneurial type people that can share stuff. Chris is always talking about one. One of them is IBO Toolbox, but there are a couple other places where you can get information out that sometimes is just not. It's to other people that use Facebook and stuff like that, but somehow it seems better to use some of these other sources that I have too. One of these days maybe I can do some training on that or go over that a little bit. But
I think it's really important, Dan, because I think what I'm talking about is, for me, social media, there's two audiences. There's the audience that will share my stuff and the audience who are interested in what I'm doing, and they're people who we have a similar connection, same topic, same theme, same niche market. Then the other audience is the people who are going to become your clients. So at the moment, and I think that's what you brought up is really interesting, because what I'm doing now on Twitter is I'm building up people who I will work with to share their work and my work. But yeah, cool.
That's essential to any business, because you can't like give and take. Like when I started, I was kind of an annoying person on the internet, and my friends let me know because they'd be at social events. They're like, Kareem, you're spamming everybody with your links. I'm like, yeah, it's a great opportunity. You don't like it? What's wrong with you? You don't want to get spammed with multi-level marketing links? Come on, that's it. You don't want to make money? Everybody wants to make money. And then I thought about it and I said, no, the reason people are mad is not because I'm sending out bad links, even though some of the companies I wouldn't recommend. The problem is that I didn't share. I didn't like anybody else. I was just like, and then sending out links everywhere and anywhere. But when you like someone's stuff or you share back on Twitter or you refollow, then I think it can create a great experience for them where they say, this person cares about my content, and it doesn't become one-sided anymore. I mean, even I like when my friends like something. And it's funny because I have people who be like, oh, do you know so-and-so liked my post? And they get all excited. I'm like, yeah, they just liked your post. Calm down. But people really do appreciate that. And that's actually something I was going to get into, like different clients. I was going to ask Sean, if you're there, what do you use social-wise to connect with your clients?
I use a mix of, actually I use my website, and from there, from the site, I draw traffic from there to my different social media accounts. So I always tell people that it's always important to have those social links on your site, easy to find. So it's like up front for them to click and like. And also helps to give some kind of benefit or some kind of, some kind of bonus or something for liking your social media content.
Yeah.
And sharing with others.
Because I know the work, like me and Sean do some work together, and he was asking me when I get the videos out, can he put it on YouTube? And I'm imagining you're using your website to get them to the YouTube videos so they can show business plans and Excel plans and all that stuff.
Correct.
And that's really effective because you have an amazing website, they see your brand, and then they go boom, boom, boom to social media.
It's all cross marketing, correct.
But you could do it different ways. Like you could start with Susan, do it directly from Twitter, or you could do something else. And I'm interested if anybody else wants to chime in, Fran, Bill, or Leon. How do you use social media? I know this is on the fly to get customers and get engagement. Or do you use a website or something different? Running out in the street saying, buy from me.